Hello, in this video we will look at the vitamin C physiology and their absorption. So basically is the vitamin C is the uh, antioxidant we will discuss about. So that is the is used for the maintenance of oxide reduction balance. So the ascorbic acid can be converted into the ascorbate and donate the proton. On the other hand, it is the soluble in water and synthetic as well as natural groups of molecules. And this is the maturation of embryonic stem cell is the major character for it, and there are many functions. So we will discuss our view about the vitamin C. So the vitamin C will be produced from the plant during the plant growth, and that is in the form of fruit. For example, the citrus family contain a vitamin C rich fruit. So for example, the lemon, and on the other hand the liver also contain vitamin C. So the lemon contain a major vitamin C component. This vitamin C during the eating will go into the stomach, and after the entry into the stomach, this is because water soluble, so the water will be absorbed and mixed into the water. So after the mixing into the water, it will be go into the duodenum. So the duodenum to ileum. So the bit of the vitamin C part of the absorption into the blood circulatory system through enterocytes into the blood circulatory system in the form of ascorbate. And ascorbate convert into the ascorbic acid also. So it is important for the acid base balance. So here is the duodenum. Duodenum, where go the vitamin C into the duodenum, it will become uh, a absorption state. So then after the absorption into the blood circulatory system in the form of ascorbate. Why? Because it is after the donation of the proton to another molecule in the lumen of the duodenum, then absorbed in the form of ascorbate. But important thing is that ascorbate can be converted into the ascorbic acid also in the blood for acid base balance. So here you can see here is the ascorbate. Ascorbate means the proton after donation. It means the negative charge containing ascorbate. And this ascorbate can be converted after the accepting of the proton into the ascorbic acid. So what that means? It means the acid base balance in the blood is very important, and the pH balance 7.45 to 7.35 pH, which that is remain constant, and that is important role in the blood circulatory system. So that is why the maintenance of pH. So on the other hand, here is the ileum part of the small intestine, which that is absorbed also the ascorbate, and after this absorption it will be moved to many organs. So let's begin to understand the absorption mechanism first. So after the absorption into the enterocyte, we will discuss from the lumen. So in this way, here is the lumen, and the two sodium molecule will be enter to one ascorbate molecule will enter into the enterocytes. And after this, two sodium molecule in the form of three sodium molecule will be move into the extracellular space inside toward the blood circulatory system, and the two potassium will be move into the enterocyte. So in this phase, this is the dehydroascorbic acid. Ascorbate is the dehydroascorbic acid, which that is also transfused into the GLUT transporter channel, which that is why it is the glucose like structure. So that is why the GLUT transporter channel, which that is allowed to move in flux. So after this, the ascorbate will be moved via a possibly VSAC channel, which that is moving to the extracellular space. And on the other hand, here is the SVCT transporter 2, which that is the SVCT2 is the channel which that is allowed to move back into the enterocyte ascorbic acid via a sodium. sodium, two sodium molecules, same mechanism in the SVCT1 channel. So this is why. So the ascorbic acid will be enter into the enterocyte. Why? Because enterocyte also require the balance of the free radical. So the free radical will be decreased due to the ascorbic acid. So that is why it is the antioxidant, because it is the against the oxidant, because it donate the proton and electron. So let's draw here is the extracellular space, and we will discuss after the absorption into the blood circulatory system. So the extracellular space is looking like this, and we will discuss first of all the brain, skeletal, muscle and placenta, as well as eyes, which that is eyes is very important, and that is why the vitamin C is very important as ascorbic acid for the eyes. So here is the dehydroascorbic acid will move in inside through GLUT transport channel, while on the other hand the same mechanism the SVCT2 channel, which that allow to ascorbate move in through a 2 sodium. So this brain, skeletal, muscle and placenta eye. So here, this is the high affinity and low velocity, while on the in this case the dehydro ascorbic acid will move in inside influx of that, and that is the same mechanism the SVCT1 channel, which that is important for the epithelial cell, and in this way the low affinity and high velocity. So in this way, after the go into the blood circulatory system, we will discuss first is go into the liver through SVCT channel or GLUT transport channel. So this is move inside and used for the synthesis of messenger RNA, and liver contain 125 milligram per kilogram ascorbic acid, while on the other hand the kidneys, adrenal gland, which that is 550 milligram per kg through SVCT 2 channel will allow to move influx in move, and brain contain 140 and muscle contain 35 milligram. So in this way, why this importance? Vitamin C is very important because it is synthesis of the neurotransmitter, biosynthesis of dopamine, and due to the dopaminergic neuron function and the nerves dopamine, and a nitric acid synthesis. The nitric acid is used for the vasodilation. So this is the vasodilation and the angiogenesis. On the other hand, the CGMP is the increased and exocytosis of the gonadotropin is also. And the other hand is the catecholamine from the adrenal gland produce a biosynthesis of catecholamine and co-substrate as a with enzymes, so co-substrate and beta hydroxylase and tyrosine hydroxylase enzyme, which that is the co-substrate for hydroxylase and tyrosine hydroxylase enzyme. So that is why the substrate without ascorbic acid will not break down in the presence of enzyme. So enzyme work with the co-substrate, with the substrate. So that is why important. So on the other hand, the antioxidant role of vitamin we will discuss about here. So the brain, for example, consume 20% oxygen at high metabolic rate, making it readily oxidizable tissue. So the vitamin C balance the redox reaction and protect ischemia, blood restriction, and a mechanism we will discuss here. Just it is simple. So the ascorbic acid when donate the proton, it will become a ascorbate because the negative charge, and this ascorbate the further electron will be donation to the tissue where the requirement due to the remove of the free radical for the extra electron providing. So the ascorbate convert into the ascorbate radical, but this radical is not harmful. It is not harmful, it is harmless, and in this way when one proton is more released to form a radical will be convert, and the one more electron can be donate to become a dehydroascorbic acid. So in this way the dehydroascorbic acid means the hydrogen 2 hydrogen will be released, hydrogen basically will be released in the form of proton. So the 2 proton will be released to become a dehydroascorbic acid. So in this way, the absorption of dehydroascorbic acid as well as the ascorbate is very important, and that's physiological aspects. You can see that it is the antioxidant and it is the remove of the free radical from the tissue, damaged tissue. So thanks for watching.